We are discussing about statistics. So we'll know about mean deviation. Mean deviation about mean and median for various types of data. What is a mean deviation? We have already learned why we need mean deviation and standard deviation because of the problems with mean, median, mode, central tendency. So as I said, we will find out the mean deviation about mean also and median also. Both of them and both examples we are going to see. First thing is, because there will be different type of data. The data will be, it can be ungrouped data, it can have some frequency, it can have some class. So we will discuss about all these type of. So when we talk about ungrouped data, what does it mean? Individual data, individual observation we are talking about. That is, there is no frequency, there is no class. So how do we do this? The basic method remains the same. Let's assume that we have x1 till xn. These are the data sets, and these are n values and of variable x. Now the mean deviation for say an average A, I'm saying average, that is mean, or you can also call it as median. So both of them will be used, both of mean and median about will use. So the formula will be mean deviation, these are the number of observation n, just say 1 by n, divide everything by 1 by n. And then we have sigma, summation, I equals 1 till n, because these are n data. So first you have to take a modulus, that is the positive sign always. And every observation, say xi, x1, x2, x3, I varies from 1 to n. And then you have to subtract the A. This capital A can be mean, can be median. Can be mean, can be median. I hope you got the idea. So we'll use both of them in our example. Let us write it in a short way. This is 1 by n, sigma I equals 1, and this is n. This xi minus a, this we can write it as say di. This is just a difference. I'm just replacing it by di, just to make it simpler. So this is how the mean deviation for ungrouped or individual observation can be found out. Basically, there is no grouping, there is no frequency. So let us assume we have to find out mean deviation about median. About median, let us say. So what will be the way? So the best way is to take an example. Let us take an example. So this capital A, as I said, mean, median. So if I am telling you about median, same thing you have to do for mean also. Mean is nothing but adding the terms and dividing by the number of observation. Median is just arranging them and finding out the middle one. So let us take an example. We have 340, 150, 210, 240, 300, 310 and 320. So these are the data we have. Now we have to find out the mean deviation. How to find out the mean deviation? First thing is about median. So first we have to find out the median. So we will arrange it in the ascending order. The lowest one first and the highest one last. So what is the lowest one? 150. I am ordering it. I am ascending ordering it. Lowest one and then the highest one, like this. So this is these are our observation. Okay, lowest one first. So I arrange them in the ascending order. So whatever data, ungrouped data, individual observation are given to you, just arrange it in this form. Now take the middle one. The middle one, because these are 7 numbers. So middle one, the fourth one will be the median. And how to find out the mean? Just add all of these. Don't worry about ascending and descending. Just add all of these and divide it by 7, because these are 7 numbers. So this is how mean can be also found out. Median can also be found out. Median is always the middle one in an ascending order values. So it's always good to make the table. So what is xi? Xi, these are the observations. So 340, 150. I'm writing all the observation in this because these are x1 till x7, 7 terms. So I'm writing it as from first to, these are all numbers I'm writing. Now first thing what you have to do, remember you have to find out mod di. What was mod di? xi minus 300. What is 300? Which is A. Capital A. Capital A can be mean also, it can be median also. So now take each observation and subtract 300 from it. So 340 minus 300, what will you get? This is x1 minus 300. So you'll put 340 minus 300 is 40. What about the next one? It has to be modulus. Always we have to take positive sign, no negative signs. So 150 minus 300, what will it be? It will be 150, but it will be negative. But you have to use the modulus. So when you use the modulus, it will be 150, not minus 150. So all of them you can write. Always take the modulus, positive sign, no negative. Okay, now we have come to these terms, number. Now you have to add all of these. Basically, you have to add. So di sigma xi minus 300 you have to do. So I'm just adding all these in this column. This is di, this is di, this is 370, and all these have come from mod. Now how about mean deviation? The formula was 1 by n sigma di modulus of di, but don't worry about modulus of di because we have already done the modulus. Basically, it's xi minus 300. So you have 1 by n. What is n? 7. And this is sigma di, that is 370. So 370 by 7 is 52.8, and this is the median deviation. So if I tell you that, okay, find out about mean, just add all of these, divide by 7, that will be your A. Okay, that will be your mean, and just put it here. Whatever value will come, put it here. So it can be, this question can be done around mean or median also. So this was ungrouped data. But what about when you are given discrete frequency distribution? That is, you have to find out mean deviation of a discrete frequency distribution. Now you don't have a random data. I'm saying you have a discrete frequency distribution. Now we have to find out the mean deviation. How to find this? See, this distribution, let me tell you, every value, how many times it has come, the frequency will be given. I'll just give you a very small example. 2, 2, 2, 5, 6, 9, 9. This is our distribution. So 2 is coming 3 times, 9 is coming 2 times, 5 is coming 1 time, 6 is coming 1 time. So when the distribution will be, means when the data will be given, 2 is the number, 3 is the frequency, 5 is number, 1 is frequency, 6 is number, 1 is frequency, 9 is number, 2 is frequency. So how to deal with this kind of data? So either it is mean or mode, mean or median. Both way you can find out. 1 by capital N. Now this capital N is basically the sum of the frequency, which is actually how many numbers are there. It's actually equal to number only. Because since we are given frequency, we'll just add the frequencies, and that is capital N. What about this xi minus A? Same thing. Every number has to be subtracted from either mean or median, and then you have to multiply it with frequency. This is very important. You have to multiply it with frequency. So mean and median you have to find out. First thing is first. So let us take one more example, and then we'll try to understand that how we find out the mean deviation about mean or median of the data which has discrete frequency distribution. Okay, so mean and median, you know how to do this for. We'll try to find out mean and median also. Say we have an observation, we have a data. So this data is the number are 3. The number is 3, frequency is 8. Number is 9, frequency is 10. Number is 17, 12. 23 number has come 9 times. 27 number has come 5 times. This is 5. Okay, I'll just change it. That is why it is discrete frequency distribution. Every data is coming multiple number of times, not one time, multiple number of times. And how many number of times it has come? It is given in the frequency, Fi. Okay. Now xi, what is xi? 3. I'm just making a table here so that the computation becomes easier. Xi is 3, 9, 17, 23, 17. What is the frequency? It is also given 8, 10, 12, 9 and 5. So these are the frequency being given. Okay. Now what you have to do, first of all, in order to find out mean, you have to multiply these two. First we have to find mean and median. Remember? So just multiply xi and fi. Just multiply these two. Because you have to find out the mean deviation about the mean. About the mean. For that you have to find out mean first. So just multiply it. Okay. So 8 is 24, 9 10s are 90, 17 into 12 is 204, 23 into 9 is 207, and 27 into 5 is 135. Fi xi. Now you have to find out sigma fi. You have to add these. Remember, we are finding mean first. So when you add all these, this will come as 660. You have to do sigma fi also. This is nothing but total number of data. Sigma fi is what? Which is capital N also. Sigma fi is capital N, which is equal to 44. So let us find out the mean first. Mean will be what? It is represented by x bar. Sigma fi xi by sigma fi. Sigma fi by sigma xi. So this is capital N. Sigma fi is capital N. Okay. So sigma, this capital N. So sigma fi xi is what? We have already found out 660. Now what is sigma fi? What is capital N? Is 44. So 660 by 44 is 15. So now we have got the mean. We haven't got to mean deviation yet. First we have to find out mean or median. So this is mean. Now we have got mean now. Coming to mean deviation now. First of all, what did I say? What did I tell you? Take all the numbers and subtract it with the median or mean. And they take the mod, take the modulus, take the absolute value. So now this 15 has come from where? Because median we have found out. So everything remains same. That is 3 minus 15 and 9 minus 15 and 17 minus 15, 23 minus 15 and 27 minus 15. Whatever it comes, take the modulus, absolute figure. No negative sign. 9 minus 15, 3 minus 15, like this. So 3 minus 15 is minus 12, which is 12. 9 minus 15 is minus 6, which is 6. So 2, 8, 12, like this number will come. One more thing you have to do now. You have to multiply fi with this mod xi minus whatever a mean or median comes. See, this is fi you have to multiply. Previous distribution, you don't have to multiply this, which was ungrouped data. Here you have discrete frequencies. You have to multiply by the frequency. So now 10 into 6 is 60, 12 into 2 is 04. No, not this. Fi is this 12 into 2. So 24, 9 into 8 is 72, 5 into 12 is 60. Now you have to add all these. Now you have to add. So just take the sigma of this. Add all of these. What do you get? 312. This 312 is sigma xi minus 15 into fi. And what do you have to do? The formula I told you, just divide by n, capital N. And capital N is what? Sigma fi only. This we already found out, which was 44 here in this case. Let us divide it. 312 is already there. Divided by 44. So sigma fi you have to divide. So 312 divided by 44, capital N, and this is going to be 7.09. This is your mean deviation. This is for discrete frequency distribution. And how many number of times it has come. The number is also there. And how many number of times, which is the frequency being given. Okay, there is one more catch here. Two ways we have already found out. Now we have to find out mean deviation of a grouped or a continuous frequency distribution. So now you can have a data where grouping is given, continuous frequency distribution is given. Now you have to find out here also. So how to do this? See, for calculating mean deviation of continuous frequency distribution, the procedure is same as discrete frequency distribution. Only difference is that here we have to obtain the midpoints of various classes and take the deviation of these midpoints from the given central value, which can be mean or median. So let us take an example. We have class and frequency. So now we have a continuous frequency distribution because we have a class here. We don't have a frequency. The data is not just like that, normal observation. We have a class. So for example, this is the age, 0 to 6, 8 people are there or 8 kids are there. 6 to 12, 10, 12 to 18, 18 to 24, it's 9, 24 to 30, it's 5. So this kind of data, how to deal with this? Same mean deviation we have to find out. Now we have already done a question previous where we found out the mean. Now let me give an example. Here we'll do it by median, because median formula will also come. Okay, mean, it already, we have just done a question like this, because the mean will come as A plus H 1 by n sigma fi di, like this will come. We'll discuss it later. First let us find out using these are the class I'm giving, and I'll try to find out the median. So we cannot use this. So we have to find out the midpoint, then only we can use the value. These are all the value from 0 to 6, it's varying, it's continuous. So we have to find some middle point. So now we are calling it as xi. We are calling it as xi. This xi is basically the value of the data. So how to find out this? See, we have 0 to 6, which is 3, 6 to 12, 6 plus 12 by 2, 0 plus 6 by 2 is 3, 6 plus 12 by 2 is 9, 12 plus 18 by 2 is 15, 18 plus 24 by 2 is 21, 24 plus 30 by 2 is 27. So we have 8. I'm just taking the frequencies now. Frequency is given. Okay, frequency is given. So I'm first trying to find out the median, then we'll go for mean deviation. For that we have to, we have frequencies, this is given already. Now we have to find out cumulative frequency. This cumulative frequency is required for median. So now 8 plus 10 is, all previous terms have to be added. 8 plus 10 is 18, 8 plus 10 plus 12 is 30. Or you can say 30 plus 9 is 39, then 39 plus 5 is going to be 44. And this has to be 44 because sigma fi or capital N, which is the total number of observation, has to be 44. If you add the frequency, it will also come as 44. And the last term of the cumulative frequency has to be 44 only. Okay. Now this is done. This is cumulative frequency. It is required. I'll tell you how it is required. So first thing is, we have to find out the median. We can only talk about median, this mean deviation, when we have found out the median. So what is the capital N? It's 44. It's clear? So we have to find out n by 2, half, which is 22. Now you have to see what is the cumulative frequency which is just higher than n by 2, which is just higher than 22. 30 is higher. See, 44 is the cumulative frequency. You have, or the total number of sigma fi or n. You have to divide it by 2, and now you have to see which cumulative frequency is just higher than this 22, which is the 30. What is the class here? This 30 lies in the class 12 to 18. So median, the formula will be, the formula is L plus n by 2 minus f divided by small f into h. See, first of all, this small l is the lower limit of this class, 12. Take this 12 plus n by 2, 44 is there, so 44 by 2 is 22. So already it is 22, just write 22. What is f? What is capital F? This capital F is the previous frequency or in cumulative frequency. So 18 is the previous frequency, cumulative frequency of 30. What is small f? Small f is the frequency of the class we have taken, 12, 18. So 12 is the frequency. What is the h? H is the class distance, class difference. 12 to 18, so 18 minus 12 is what? It's going to be 6. So this is median. This is your median, and which is going to come as, it's 14. Now we have found out the median. Now we have to go for mean deviation. Okay. Now median is done. Now let us come to the xi minus 14. 14 is the median. Xi minus 14. So just subtract this column with my 14 and take the positive values only. 3 minus 14, 9 minus 14, 15 minus 14, 21 minus 14, 27 minus 14, and always take the positive value. 11, 5, 1, 7, 13 will come. This, okay. So now this is xi minus 14. One more thing we have to do, because frequencies are given. You have to multiply frequency column with this column. 18 to 11, and let me write it, fi into xi minus 14. So 88, 8 into 11, 88, 18 into 550, 10 into 550, 12 into 112, 9 into 7, 63, 5 into 13, 65. Now let us add it. Sigma fi xi minus 40. Add this. This is going to come as 278. 278 has come. Now, what did I tell you? How to find out the mean deviation? Sigma fi xi minus 4, this xi minus a, which can be median mode, divided by capital N, which is sigma fi. That is, this whole is 278. This whole is 278. What is capital N? Is 44. 278 by 44, and this is going to be 6.318. 6.318. This is your answer. Okay. Mean also you can find out. It's we'll see it later, because mean also is capital X is given X, A plus H bracket 1 by N sigma fi di. Di is the 1 point you have to take. Assume mean xi minus assume mean by the class interval. Anyways, we'll see it later. Now, the limitation of this mean deviation is, in a frequency distribution, the sum of absolute values of the deviation from the mean is always more than the sum of the deviation from the median. Please remember, in a frequency distribution, the sum of absolute values of deviation from the mean will always be greater than the sum of the deviations from the median. So we are talking about the limitations. Therefore, the mean deviation about mean is not very scientific. It's always higher. It's always higher. If you take mean, because you can take either mean or median, you can take any of these, but taking mean will not be very scientific. This is the limitation of finding out the mean deviation. Second problem with mean deviation is, in a distribution where the degree of variability is very high, the median is not a representative central value. That is, the mean deviation about median calculated for such series cannot be fully relied. We cannot rely on this. This is the second problem with the mean deviation. The third problem with the mean deviation, in the computation of mean deviation, we use absolute values of our deviations. We always take the positive values. That is, it cannot be subjected for further algebraic treatment. We cannot have an algebraic treatment of that. These are the certain problems. Okay. That is why we will try to go for variance and standard deviation. That is why we'll talk about variance and standard deviation in the next discussion. Okay. Till then, thank you so much. Take care of yourself.